During a very brief press conference this week, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell basically sent a very clear message to Donald Trump letting him know that you do not, under any circumstances, have the 2024 Republican presidential nomination on lockdown. Because Mitch McConnell said, and I quote, "I think we're going to have a crowded field for president. I assume that most of that will unfold later and people will be picking their candidates during a crowded primary field." Now, this is, of course, a stark departure from many other Republicans who have blatantly said if Trump wants the nomination, it is his. Right? No questions about it. If he runs, we're going to give him the nomination. End of story. And now you have who is arguably the most powerful Republican in the country, Mitch McConnell, coming out and saying, we're going to have a lot of people. There's going to be tons of candidates. So many candidates, you get sick of them, folks. It's going to be crowded. I don't think we would have seen a comment like this from Mitch McConnell 3 months ago. Certainly not 6 months ago. Earlier this week, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley posted something on Twitter about President Biden's, Iran deal, trying to get Iran back in the nuclear deal. And she said that this deal will be torn up by the next president on her first day in office. So Nikki Haley, this week, hinting at a presidential run, something a lot of us have already been speculating about over the last year. Ron DeSantis is now the front runner for the Republican Party. He is beating Trump in nationwide polls now. You've got Josh Hawley, you've got Tom Cotton, you've got Chris Christie. All of those people have been making trips to early primary states, Iowa, New Hampshire. They've been attending events that are typically only attended by people who intend to run for president. Donald Trump is guaranteed nothing. Republicans came out this week, from Congress, praising Mike Pence, basically calling him the hero of January 6th, clearing the way for Mike Pence to enter the fold. I don't think at this point, if you put a bunch of candidates up on that stage, that Donald Trump has any chance whatsoever of securing that nomination. And I think that's what Mitch McConnell wants, right? Mitch McConnell was never a huge fan of Donald Trump, and if he can get him out of the party, then that's great for him. Bad for America, because unfortunately, most of those Republicans I mentioned are basically just a different version of Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis is no different. I mean, talking about policy, the guys are exactly the same, except DeSantis might be even a little bit more extreme. Chris Christie comes across as a moderate Republican these days, but there's nothing moderate about this guy. He's corrupt to the core, and he believes in all of these horrible Republican policies that we see popping up all over the country. Josh Hawley, Tom Cotton, same thing, except these guys might push us into even more international conflicts. Let's not forget about Ted Cruz still floating around out there. Nikki Haley is basically a little miniature Trump. All of these people are absolutely god-awful terrible. But they may also be the only chance of getting Donald Trump from not getting into the White House. And the danger, of course, of Trump getting into the White House is not only how bad he was previously, but because this would be the revenge administration. We would have 4 years, possibly more, because God only knows what the man would do, of him using his power to take out his political enemies here in the United States. The other folks, I don't believe they would do it, at least not to the extent that Donald Trump would. But Mitch McConnell sent a clear message to Donald Trump. You don't have this on lockdown. The polls are showing you don't have it on lockdown. This is not guaranteed to you by any stretch of the imagination. You're going to have to fight for it if you want it, and you're going to have to let the voters decide. And I don't think at this point, with how bruised up Donald Trump is from the January 6 hearings, that the voters are going to ask for 4 more years at this point.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.